Hello everyone, welcome back to Precise Gaming Studio. Today I want to deep dive into one specific mechanism that can use in a lot of builds. It's called Adonia Weapon Swap Tech. I've been playing this with Stormweaver setup, Ice Nova plus Comet. It's really rewarding and you have to try it. Today we are focusing purely on this swap mechanisms. I'm going to show you how to snapshot your buff, how to fix the power charge drop, and how to keep the buff up. I'm also compiling a huge list of specific tips and tricks I want to share in my next video, so keep your eyes out for that. Huge credit to the original creators that I saw and the Korean community for pioneering these strategies. I linked the video that I see, the build guide, in the descriptions. If you're curious, please check it out. Today we will deep dive into the Adonia Swap Tech. Let's go. Today we're gonna introduce the Adonia Tech, the weapon swap tech that can enable Pinnacle Power above and mitigate the downside of it. First, let's take a look at what is the Adonia Ego and what is the Pinnacle Power. Adonia Ego is a unique wind. The important thing is enable a skill Pinnacle of Power. It has downside at minus 10% of all elemental resistance per power charge. What is Pinnacle Power? Pinnacle of Powers is a very strong buff that give you 5 seconds per power charge, 15 and up to 17 more elemental damage per power charge consumed. It is also enable all element damage to contribute to flammability and ignite, magnitude, shock chance, and freeze buildup. What it means is it doesn't matter what kind of elemental damage you have. You could have a massive element on the enemy, which works very well with cast on elemental element, and is actually the reason that that can enable the build and enable the feedback loop. Now let's talk about how to activate the Pinnacle Power buff without its downside. First, you need to prepare the two set of weapons. The backup weapon, the swap weapon, you need to do a couple things. First, in the skill tree, you must have infusion of power allocated. Second, in the passive skill tree, you also can find as much as plus maximum power charge node as possible. Then all you need to do is use the frost bomb to create infusion and use firestorm to consume the infusion, so that because of this infusion of power, it starts to generate power charge. Notice that a lot of people choose the swap weapon as the adult ego also. It's not mandatory actually, but the reason I think is because this +1 maximum power charge in the adult ego is kind of unique. I tried, but I don't think you can find this mod in any other weapons right now. In the main weapon, weapon set 1, in the passive skill trees, you don't need the infusion power, so please do not annotate or instill it. The weapon stats you care about is a plus spell level, +3, +4 is very good. Max mana, cast speed. And once you press the button, Frostbomb, Firestorm, you then switch to the weapon set 1, and all you need to do is just press the button. Noted that you need to press the Pinnacle of Power from weapon set 1 in your skill tree. If you use Adult Ego as a backup weapon, there will be 2 Pinnacle of Power. Make sure you use the correct one. And then you're ready to go. Okay, let's go through the workflow, and then I'm gonna go into the game and show the demo. Essentially, first swap to weapon set 2. Press the first button, Frost Bomb, press another button, Firestorm. Now you should have a lot of power charge. Wait 1.5 seconds. This is because we put a support in the Firestorm, so the Firestorm could echo 3 times, and it takes roughly 1 to 2 seconds to finish the echo, so make sure it's finished. And then swap to weapon set 1, just press the weapon 1 Pinnacle of Power button. First, I'm gonna demo the successful swap. The first step is to swap to weapon side 2. I press X. You can see I swapped to weapon side 2. Second, cast a Frost Bomb. Third, cast a Firestorm. Now that you have a 9 power charge, swap to weapon side 1. And use the Pinnacle Power. Notice that I'm using the Pinnacle Power from weapon side 1. Now that you will have the buff activate. Second, I'm gonna demo a failed swap. So what I'm gonna do is the normal, press X, and in my term is press the Frost Bomb and Firestorm RF. And then I will swap the weapon to weapon size 1 and then use the Pinnacle Power. However, I will swap very quick after I cast the Firestorm and see what happens. Now that we see that I swap very quick, I end up have a 3 power charge in my weapon set 1. The reason is we used a support that directs the refrain to enable Firestorm echo 3 times, and it takes roughly 1 to 2 seconds for this echo to finish. You can see that in the skill description it says causing their effect to happen again after a short delay. So we have to swap the weapon after this short delay. One important tips I want to share is to disable the Archmage in weapon side 2. The first benefit is because you're disabled in the 2, you can tell which website you're on. Notice that here, I know I'm on the weapon side 1, and if my spirit increase, I know it's weapon side 2. You can also tell by your mana, but the spirit is just much easier. Second benefit is you save a lot of life cost. So you see my life barely move, but if I turn it on, notice that Archmage will add mana cost which transfer to the life cost to my skill. So see what happens if I use a Frost Bomb and life firefall. It costs a lot of HP. Okay, now let's go to the fun part. Detail explain. How do we get the maximum power charge? The refracted infusion ascendancy is the must. It's actually very important that it enables us to give us 6 infusion in total with 1 cast Frost Bomb. So the Frost Bomb, we used the support gem that allowed us to kind of echo in the front and the back direction. So it means that 1 cast, we have 3 cold infusion. And from this ascendancy, every time we collect the infusion, it gives us another one. So we will have 3 another. And now if you use a Firestorm, it's automatic echo because of the support, again, 4 times. So it will guarantee consume all this infusion. So basically we guarantee have a 6 power charge. And now you may ask, 6 is not enough. I scaled it to 9. How did we get to 9? Well, we do have this below 2 method that kind of guaranteed us hit the 9 almost all the time. The first is the passive tree, like the source of power, and plus the weapon swap rune that gave us a 50% a chance to get another one when we gain any power charge. So add everything, the passive tree and the rune in the total, we could get 85% chance to get another power charge when we get one. What this means is because we're getting 6, right? So essentially, you can do the math. It's interesting. Binomial distribution. If you know this, the trial is 6 times. Probability is 85%. So we have 99.41% chance to get more than 3, which means if our target is 9 power charge, it's almost guaranteed that we will have 9, more than 9 or more than 9. So what if we fail, right? What if we just got unlucky, just like just like the drop, we always got unlucky, right? So we have the second guaranteed here, which is also the ascendancy, storm recollection. How the storm recollection work is once we collect the infusion, it will reappear after 3 seconds. So let's say the 3 ice infusion we created with frost bomb, once we consume it, it will reappear. And because we already consume ice infusion, so we will collect this infusion, the reappear infusion, and the further trigger the refractor infusion. So essentially, there's a synergy between these two ascendancy, and as a result is we keep collecting new infusion and keep consuming the existing infusion with the firestorm 4 times, and every time we collect, we will also get another one. So the probability of this is a little complicated, even beyond the precise gaming studios scope. So we'll skip this one for now. Okay, so if you only care about the result, the point here is every ascendancy matters here. Refractor infusion ascendancy is a must. And also the reason why we get the 3 code is because of the +2 limit that's enabled the frost bomb to have basically we can have a 3 frost bomb at the same time. And also the storm recollection, this ascendancy also have a synergy with refractor infusion. So what's amazing is in order to consistently get 9 power charge, it actually behind the scene leverage all our ascendancy point from Stormweaver. Isn't that fun?